Find out what made people run nearly naked around campus.
And how the mayor-elect plans to make Ogden one of the best cities in the country.
And why Wildcats have a reason to wear purple with pride. Weber State News starts now. Welcome to Weber State News. I'm Ben Davis.
And I'm Alex Larrabee. Weber State buried Utah in what some say was a matchup of the two best basketball teams in Utah. Eric Jensen tells us more.
The Weber State men's basketball team made a strong push for the title of best team in Utah Tuesday night in front of a raucous home crowd when the Wildcats defeated the Utah State University Aggies 73-63. The Aggies jumped out to a quick lead in the opening minutes, but a 14-5 run gave the Wildcats a lead that they wouldn't relinquish for the remainder of the game. WSU guard Scott Bamforth continued his domination from behind the arc, knocking down an impressive 7 3-point shots. Bamforth would finish the game with a career-high 28 points. Damian Lillard reminded everyone why he once held the title of Big Sky Conference MVP when he contributed 17 points and 4 assists. And forward Kyle Bollinger showed his hustle, pulling down 13 rebounds. The win helped the Wildcats improve to 2-0 on the season. Weber State's next game will be on the road when the Wildcats visit UC Irvine on Saturday. Again, the final score from Tuesday night, Weber State 73, Utah State 63. For Weber State News, I'm Eric Jensen.
You know, if you were there, right after the game, there was a little bit of a scuffle that happened. It was pretty exciting.
It looked like probably just a little bit of a after-game sour loss kind of thing, but
yeah, it really was nothing to shake a stick at. But people are making a pretty big deal out of it.
People are shaking sticks at it. Yeah. Definitely.
From gym shorts on the court to diapers in the cold, Kirsten Voorhees tells us about the second annual Nearly Naked Mile.
WSU students gathered in the Stewart Gym Friday night. Wildcats came fully clothed, but would leave nearly naked, all in the good name of raising clothing and food for the needy. We're here at the Nearly Naked Mile getting ready. We have a ton of people. Not everyone's nearly naked, but we do have some people who are almost nearly naked already. So
I'm taking this off, don't worry.
How pumped are you for this?
I'm stoked. I haven't run a mile in like 3 years. I probably will die, but at least I'll be naked when I do it.
Now, the definition of nearly naked was not clearly defined, so the big question of the night was, how much do you plan on taking off?
It depends on how much everyone else takes off.
Well, I plan on taking this off and my jeans. I just got some little shorts underneath. Ooh, that's a mystery. You'll find out at the race.
Whoa!
We wear diapers.
Okay, there we go.
But it's okay if we have an accident, we're set.
From bras and boxers to even diapers, Wildcats headed outside to start the mile. And with the firing of a gun, hundreds of nearly naked people started to run around campus. Runners reached the finish line at the Alumni Building.
Yeah. The passion in our pants helped us finish the race.
All the training and hard work.
We've been training for years for this. My legs jiggle and they hurt. And it's cold outside.
Once inside, everyone hung out, ate donuts, and had a good time.
It all turned out probably 3 times better than anyone expected.
Exceeded our wildest expectations.
Hard to see what we saw, but not to do what we did.
I saw a man in a thong. That was really weird.
Yeah, that was weird. We didn't like that.
That wasn't on my bucket list for sure.
I appreciate the thong man. That was pretty gross. Oh, I know. We had to pass him. It was fun though, we loved it. Yeah, it's better to see everyone in the dark though.
The place is packed, awesome turnout, super excited, glad to see all the arrangements of costumes coming out, talking, giving out free prizes, tons of just fun.
I think it was a really great success. We had a really great turnout. A lot of food was donated, a lot of clothes were donated, and we're just going to have to be more prepared next year for a larger crowd.
Well, it looks like the Nearly Naked Mile was a great success. There was a ton of clothes, ton of food, and a great turnout. For Weber State News, I'm Kirsten Voorhees.
Well, I think WSU clubs and orgs now know how to get a bunch more people at their event. Just take all your clothes off.
You know, I've been telling them that for years.
I believe it.
I was a freshman, I have said, all you have to do is be naked and you'll get people there.
And get people out in the freezing cold as well.
Although I have seen far more of some of these students than I've ever wanted to see. It's
agreed.
Yeah.
Especially that one guy. You know what I'm talking about. Speaking of freezing cold, let's toss it over to Morgan Wilkins, who has the weather update for us.
Yeah, it is going to get really cold actually this weekend. As you can see, looking at the national map, most of the action is up here in the northwest here. There's a lot of clouds there, and as we go to radar, you can see that most of those clouds are actually snow and rain showers. The snow showers right above here, right in here in Utah, that's our storm that is going to start out as rain tonight and turn into snow overnight. They're looking at like 3 to 5 inches, I believe, in the valleys. 7-day forecast, you can see the rain there on Friday, snow on Saturday, possible showers again on Sunday, and then obviously there on Thursday we got the turkey because nobody cares what the weather's going to be like because it's going to be Thanksgiving and we'll be inside eating. So doesn't really matter what the weather is outside, right?
That's what I hear, yeah. Apparently Thanksgiving is still a holiday,
yes,
despite popular belief.
Yes.
You know what? It's the most important holiday. It's the one that comes with turkey and gravy.
It's true.
And that, in my opinion, is what makes it the most important.
And pie.
Yes. Yes, don't forget the pie.
You know, there was a man that I believe you recently spoke to who also believes family is probably an important part of that holiday.
Yes. That is true. I recently sat down with Mayor-elect Mike Caldwell. He was elected as mayor, Ogden City Mayor, last Tuesday. And he talked about some of the things he has planned for Ogden and helping it improve its image.
Last year I was president of the Goal Foundation. It's the Olympic legacy group that we've had here for a number of years. And we produced and supported the Dew Tour, the USA National Championships, the Tour of Utah. We produce and run the Ogden Marathon, and a whole bunch of different things that brought 70,000 different participants as either race athletes, volunteers, or spectators into the community. Had 16,000 volunteer hours to put all of that together and about $5 million in economic impact. And we were also recognized, those events have brought media in and have given us attention in ways that we had mentions in the New York Times and the Wall Street Journal. In 2009 we were recognized by Outside Magazine, Rock and Ice, and National Geographic Adventure as one of the top 10 best places to live in the United States. So bringing those new people in with fresh eyes and perspectives to see what we have as, in my opinion, one of the best places to live, work, and play in the United States has been critical. So we'll continue to work to support those different groups. I was also president of the Convention and Visitors Bureau and board chair of that group. So as those conventions come in and those different events, it's great for tourism and the economic impact, but it really showcases our community. There are not very many communities still in the Western United States that kept that historic core. And they're certainly not communities in that Western U.S. with that historic core that has a university like Weber State so close, 2 rivers that converge in the downtown, world-class skiing within 20 minutes, canyons. I mean, it's a really amazing place with infrastructure that nobody can duplicate.
And a lot of having those events and growing all that, key to that is transportation. And we've also seen a pretty big transportation boost with like Front Runner, and there's a free trolley going downtown. What more would you like to see done with transportation? Well,
there are a number of different proposals on the table right now. The streetcar's been one that everybody's talked about. They've talked about is rubber wheel busing going to make more sense. In 2000, I believe it was 7, we passed a 1/4-cent sales tax, and all of that money got bankrolled, and the Weber Area Council of Governments kind of dictate where those funds go. So there are millions of dollars there, and they work with UTA and UDOT to kind of identify key projects. And Ogden City proper, we want to make sure that we use that money now that it's available to improve our infrastructure. So there have been a number of studies for the streetcar and different bus routes. I was not the mayor when those studies have gone on, so I've been reading up on those, and we'll put all of those key stakeholders in the same room together and revisit everything that they've talked about and see what makes sense. Regardless of the project we pick, it's going to require a great deal of federal funding to make them successful, and right now with the federal government, we had the debt ceiling issue this summer. Yes. The purse strings in the federal government really got tightened, and so it might be a timing issue as well as what project makes the most economic sense and we believe is the most sustainable. So there are a lot of moving pieces there, and I look forward to really drilling into that when I take office in January.
You can watch that full interview on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel.
And for those of you who don't think your vote can make a difference, this political leader feels differently. Andrea Peterson tells us more.
Mayor Hyatt of Kaysville shared with us how one person can make a difference.
Don't ever think that your opinion doesn't matter. I'm kind of young for a mayor, and I hear that from a lot of people. When I first got involved in politics, I heard from a lot of seasoned folks that hey, you're too young, or hey, maybe you can't make a difference. So my advice would be get involved on all levels. In our own community, we had a young man who was 9 years old that said, I want a sidewalk through my neighborhood. And as a city, we said, we're not sure that we have the money to do it. So he went out, he researched, found a federal grant, and came up with $250,000 to put the sidewalk in. He was 9. So no matter what your age is, no matter what you want to see accomplished, don't let anyone tell you there's not a way. Where there's a will, there's a way, and you can accomplish anything, no matter how much experience, no matter how much knowledge, no matter how much intelligence, you can certainly make it happen, no matter what it is.
That is a determined and impressive 9-year-old. Thanks, Mayor Hyatt. I'm Andrea Peterson for Weber State News.
That's good advice from someone barely older than me. Thanks for that inspiring story, Andrea.
And thank you for watching Weber State News. Don't forget you can catch all of our newscasts, sportscasts, and Studio 76 on our website, weberstatenews.org. We'll see you next time. Until then, I'm Alex Larrabee.
And I'm Ben Davis. Have a great weekend, Wildcats.